Hola chicos, today we're going to be presenting indirect object pronouns with Disney princesses. So we've got Princesa Jasmine. We're going to zoom in. You're going to always underline the IDOPs with 2 lines. Remember, you underline DOPs with 1, IDOPs with 2. Questions, what are they in English? They answer 2 questions, right? To whom or for whom when something is done. In Spanish, to is a and for is para. Okay? To is a, for is para. So in a sentence, you'll see those, and that's where you're going to start your underline to take those words out. In English, a lot of times the to and the for is left out. In Spanish, they are never left out. So here's some examples I'd like you to take down, at least one in your notes. What are you going to buy, David? Who are you buying something for? For David. David is your IDOP. Give us the money. Who am I giving the money? To us. So remember, it's to whom or for whom something happens. We'll get it for him. Who are we going to get it for? Him. Don't forget to write me. Who am I not going to forget to write to? Me. That's your DOP. We've got Princesa Belle. So here is your T-chart, just like we had with the DOPs. To or for me is me. A ti or para ti is te. A él, a ella, o a usted. Para él, para ella, para usted. These are non-gender specific. They are all going to be le. Okay? In direct, it mattered if you had masculine or feminine, singular or plural. This is whether it's singular or plural. Doesn't matter if it's masculine or feminine. This is him or her. Okay? A nosotros or para nosotros is nos. A / para vosotros with a V is os, O-S. A ellos, a ellas, a ustedes, para ellos, para ellas, or ustedes is les. Again, it's non-gender specific. So really the only 2 that have changed from the DOPs to the IDOPs is the le and the les. So uses, object pronouns like subject pronouns are words that allow you to identify people without having to repeat their names over and over. She talks to him. Ella le habla. So if you notice, our IDOP is to him. Who does she talk to? Him. We're taking out both words, to and him. We're going to take those 2 words out. Ooh, look at that. It's a double wand. Wah. We're taking those 2 words out, and remember, we're going to put it right before the first conjugated verb. What's nice about IDOPs and DOPs is they share the exact same placement in a sentence. We've got Princesa Ariel. So, very important note, IDOPs can only be used to identify people. It can never be it can never be objects. It's only people. This probably is used way more frequently than just a regular IDOP. To clarify or to emphasize, usually to clarify is what it's used for. So you're going to clarify it by saying a plus a person's name or a pronoun. So here it says, les escribes a Mónica y a Alicia con frecuencia. Do you write them frequently? So if I just left that sentence as, do you write them frequently? You might be asking yourself, well, who is it that I write frequently? Who are you talking about? I'm clarifying who it is, Monica and Alicia. And remember, we learned with direct object pronouns that when you have a person, you have to have that magic letter A in front of it. But it also means two, okay, in this case. Yo voy a decirles a ellos la verdad. So we've got here, yo voy a, I'm going to, this is my first verb, this is my second verb. I'm attaching my IDOP onto the second verb. I'm going to tell them, meaning ellos, the truth. Okay, so to clarify something, guys, you just put a in the person's name, or a, ellos, a, nosotros, etc. A mí. And then we have tink. So to emphasize, we do this with the verb gustar. You just maybe didn't know that that's what you were doing. But when you say a mí me, or a mí no me gustan, or gusta, you're emphasizing right there. To me, I really don't like potatoes. But that's not true, I do. So, el problema es que a mí no me gustan las papas. So to emphasize, you're just going to put the a mí or a nosotros or a ellos in front of the indirect object pronoun. For placement, it's easy. It's the same as the DOPs. You've got your first conjugated verb here. Your IDOP will go right before that first conjugated verb. Okay? A quick note, the C versus the C. If you have a dot above the I, it's if. If you have a accent above the I, it's yes. So this sentence says, a ver si le encontramos una camiseta. Let's see if we found a shirt for him or her. And we don't know who this le is because we didn't tell who it was. We didn't we didn't clarify who it was. But if we had clarified, it would go right here, right after that first conjugated verb. So the IDOP goes before the first conjugated verb, and if you want to clarify who it is you're talking about, that would come right after. So a mí me gustan mucho las películas aventuras. So this is our emphasizing right here. To me, I really like adventure movies. Beautiful Cinderella. All right, and the same thing in two verb sentences with infinitives. You can hook it onto the end of the infinitive and clarify, or you can put it into the front and clarify, or you don't need to clarify if you don't want to. But there's going to be lots of practice with the clarification because you say it. I know that that's going to sound like it's just redundant. Like, Miss Wilmot, why would we say, tú puedes mandarle una carta? We could just say that because we would know that we were talking about my boyfriend. But in Spanish, they clarify all the time. And we do it in English too. We probably just don't notice that we do it as much. Here is another example. Te voy a traer el periódico. I'm going to bring you the newspaper. Who am I bringing the newspaper to? You. Okay? Voy a traerte el periódico says the same exact thing. We've got our beautiful Snow White. So with an affirmative command, the IDOP is always hooked onto the end of the command, just like with the DOPs. The same exact rule applies for the number of syllables. If you have two or more syllables, you count 1, 2, 3, and that's where your accent mark goes. Silvia, cuéntanos de tu viaje por Europa. Silvia, tell us about your trip through Europe. Okay, here we go. Remember that in writing, when a pronoun is attached to the ing, oh, that's what I just explained. With two or more syllables, escríbeme pronto. We have our accent, okay, 1, 2 on the third. Estamos preparándole una comida especial. We are preparing a special food for her or for him. And that's it, kids. That is it in a nutshell. I'll have lots of practice for you. Make sure you take those notes down. If you have questions, it's super important that you ask them. I'll talk to you later. Thanks, guys.